Hello one and all, this is Connor and you're watching the tactics for the Butcher Heroic in Highmall Heroic. Oh yeah, let's go get some salted pork.
Salted pork?
Alrighty, so the Butcher is a one-phase fight. Sounds pretty simple, but it's far from it. I will first begin with how you tank the big git, and then onto DPS, healers, and of course the two groups you're going to need to reset the stacks. Oh yes. I will begin with the tank tactics and move on from there. But let's just keep things simple. Too much information will short out your motherboard. So, the boss attacks the tanks with two abilities. Cleave, which is the bleed over time, and the Tenderizer. On two stacks of the Tenderizer, the other tank will need to taunt off the tank that is currently tanking the boss. Pretty damn simple. Also, the tanks must stand on top of each other because the damage the Butcher does is shared between anybody standing in front of him. So the two tanks share the damage. They will also need to keep the Butcher in a position that will allow the groups to easily handle the stacks. And that's it. Tanks have very little to do, but they will take hell of a lot of damage. So keep those heals coming. And now on to the DPS. So with the DPS you want to sort them out into two groups to handle the Cleave. With Cleave he will target the largest group of players and apply that attack to them. So what you need is two assigned DPS, preferably ranged, to move in and out to reset the stacks. It's pretty simple. It is advised that you take 3 or 4 stacks of Cleave before resetting the stacks, but if you have epic healers then let the damage rip! For dealing with Binding Cleave, I recommend that you use a third group of players whose only purpose is to quickly stack up when Binding Cleave happens in order to attract the Butcher to them. Now obviously this requires that none of the players be part of the other groups, and that no other raid members accidentally form a clump that will attract the big git. I recommend the healers do this, for obvious reasons. And finally, at 30% the boss will totally lose his rag and go into a frenzy, slightly increasing his damage done and increasing his attack speed by 30% and his energy gain by 50%. So, pop Bloodlust, pop Time Warp, whatever you want to do, just pop something. This has been Connor, subscribe, like the video, you know all that jazz, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.